Get into my heart. I'm sure you've heard of the saying, hey, this is Cosmic Mike and welcome to another episode of Mindful Friday. You know, there are a lot of questions asked about the mind. What exactly is the mind? What is the difference between the mind and the brain? Well, you know, the Western philosophy or the modern science has determined the mind as what's physically in the brain, which is confided in the walls of the cranium. But Ayurveda has a different outlook, and I think it is an overall picture of the cosmos where, and this is how we are connected through to the cosmos, is through the mind. And the mind is not necessarily just connected or situated in the brain or in the cranium or in the head. You know, in Ayurveda, there are different channels where the energies, the subtle energies, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, and the other energies that run through us, and these channels are basically throughout the body, and the mind is one of those big channels. And it is the flow where every energy that flows through the mind connects us to the cosmos, and that's why we are part of this universe or this eternal playing field that's infinite, any possibility, and that's where the mind is connected. And once we are connected to that, anything is possible. So the mind is definitely not necessarily just in the brain or in the head. In Ayurveda, the channel is more connected, or the root where the channels are, start from, or their prominent location in the body is the heart. And heart is the root of the mind. The physical brain is more of the intellect mind, where it's connected to the senses, what we hear, what we see, what we taste, and what we touch, and it kind of brings all those sensory into and combines them and gives us an output where we pick up what we read, with what we listen, and what we say, and that's where it causes or creates the beliefs. But the root, or where the mind is really situated, is the heart, and that's where we feel the pain, where we feel the compassion, where we feel the heartache or the love that surrounds us with someone or with things, and even for food or even for things. And this is where the root cause of the mind is. This is why we say the body is connected to the mind. And it goes further into saying where the mind starts at the heart, but it spreads throughout the system or throughout the body. And that's what the heart is responsible for, circulating that prana or that breath or the red blood cells or the oxygen throughout our limbs, throughout our system, and making sure all those systems are working properly and nourishing those systems. So the heart is the root where the mind starts, but it expands itself into every little cell, where the cell knows exactly what it needs to do, where the cell knows exactly when and how to do, and the cell knows exactly how to duplicate. So that's why it's wise, or it's very important to understand this cohesion that's happening between the physical sense and the subtle sense, which is the mind, which is located in the heart. So whatever we feel in our emotions are going to affect our physical body, and whatever is affecting the physical body is going to affect our emotions. So understanding this, we keep all those in balance, not necessarily just the physical body, but also the mind, where anxiety can cause nausea, or an empty stomach without food, or hunger can cause anxiety. So a combination, or stress can cause constipation, where constipation can cause a lot of stress. And you have seen with your relatives or your friends who have gone through different emotions or different things in their life, where some ailments or diseases, where in the pandemic, it's causing a lot of that anxiety, or causing a lot of that depression, or causing a lot of that scaredness. And that can further get into disturbing the mind and disturbing the physical sense of our physical bodies also. So it's very important to recognize that and try to balance. And meditation, or being alone, or taking in the breath, the pranayamas, taking fresh air every day is very important to balance all those together. Now the mind also, just like anything else in the universe, has certain qualities, and these are the mahagunas, the three mahagunas, which are called sattva, rajas, and tamas. And that's where all universe, or everything in the universe, is governed by these three. And we'll look at that next Friday, where we're talking more in deep into this. But just so you understand the combination, or the togetherness of the mind and the body and the spirit, where the mind is in the middle, the body connects to the mind and talks to the mind, and the mind is what interprets to the soul, or the soul interprets everything through the mind. Hope this helps, and hope everybody is in a safe, happy mind or happy situation. Have a great weekend. We'll be on the next Vedic Monday next week. Thank you. This is Cosmic Mike.